Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Forget the little shadow. I have my window open so you can see that glare thing going on, but that's okay because I'm just going to keep going. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a look. I've used this palette before. It's called Blowin Smoke. It's really pretty palette. Now, hopefully I'm going to be able to use colors I haven't used before, so we'll just have to wing it like I usually do. I'm going to start out, I think, with this dark gray called Slated. I'm going to put that in the outer part of my eye, and I have to do this really quickly, and I'm doing it kind of an angle a little bit. I just found this new way of doing my eyeshadow, and I like it. I just got to get a little better at it. I mean, I've been using makeup since I was like 12 years old, but things change, you know, trends change and all that stuff. And sometimes it's just a little tricky when I have such really hooded eyes, so I have to make sure I get right in there. And, you know, as you get older, that's, you know, your eyes aren't as, what do you call it, firm as they used to be. But that doesn't mean you can't wear makeup. I just kind of try to make it work for myself and try to get right in there. I'm going at an angle, so I'll have that nice swoop look. Let's see, sometimes the Colorpop stuff, eyeshadows are okay, but I notice sometimes they don't have that impact, so it looks like I'm putting a lot of product on. I'm just trying to layer that color up. Okay. Then I'm going to just wipe off that brush, and I'm going to use the same brush, I think, and I'm just going to go in with a medium shade. So let's see, I don't know. I'm going to go in with the stone face right here. It's a very light gray. This is a nice palette because you can pretty much, anything you wear will look nice with it because they're like neutral colors. And I'm just going up at the same angle right next to that darker shade, and I'm blending it. I'm doing this rather quickly. And the trick is, even with my eyeshadow, I gotta make sure it's really blended. So sometimes what I do is, if you can see, I'm blending it as I add that second color. It's really important to blend. Sometimes it doesn't look like I blend, but I do blend, but it's a little tougher when you're my age. But I still have fun. I love wearing makeup. Now, this is for your angled brush out here, but I'm going to use it. And I'm going to take some of the Young Love. It's a white shade right here. And that's going to go right here on the inner part of my eye. Yes, sometimes these colors just don't pick up like I want them to. So I'm just going to get that white in there. Yes, it will definitely look different because of my brushes. I definitely need to clean them. And that's what can happen. Your colors can come off not as vibrant as you like. They might come out a little muddy. I just been really tired this week. I usually am tired, but I don't always have time to wash my brushes every day. So I do wash them at least once a week. I don't think it looks bad. I think that looks pretty. It's just sometimes Colorpop eyeshadows don't always have that pigmentation that I like. To do my eyes. Okay, I'm going to just blend this out. I'm using this brush. It's too big, but it's clean, so I think it's going to work. Like that. All right. Now what I like to do is I'm going to go back in with that darker shade, Slated, because I might have blended it a little too much. So I'm just going to add a little bit more. I'm just making sure I blend it. I want it to be really dark on the outside. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a tiny brush, if I can find this silly thing. Here we go. I'm going to use this brush, and I'm going to go back in with the slated. And I'm just going to put it right under my lower lash line. No, it always looks like I'm poking myself in the eye. Yeah, sometimes that happens when I'm really in a hurry. My makeup can be a little messy. I do always blend. I always do that. But some days it's just, I'm always running late for work. I get there on time, but it's just, that is what it is. Okay, now I'm going to do something. Of course, I haven't done any shimmer. So I'm going to add a little setting spray, which is really a good idea. And you can use a brush or your finger. And I usually use my finger. And then I'm just going to dab. Look at the impact of this. Look how pretty this is. That's the one thing I do like about Colorpop. Their shimmers are like crazy. Look at that. And what I do is I'm going to go over the white a little bit. And I'm just going to dab it with my finger. I don't want it too far over there. Yes. Just sometimes when I hurry, I just mess it up a little bit. Look at the impact on that. See how gorgeous that is? That'll be really pretty even if you go out at night, but I also like to wear it to work, only because, you know, you're going to go to work every day. Might as well have a little fun. Look at that. I don't know, one side looks like it has more than the other. Let's see. I'll fix that. Look at, isn't that pretty? I just absolutely love shimmer. These things really come in handy. And just kind of, I don't want it too far in there. It's a little tricky with your finger. Sometimes you get it where you don't want it. All right, I'm going to go back in with this palette. And what I'm going to do is do something a little different with my eyeliner. I tried it the other day. It's not perfect. I can get the hang of it because I do have crepiness in my eyes. But I'm going to go in with the Let's Do It. This is dark shade, dark black. And I'm going to dip some into the powder. You can spray it with setting spray if you like to. What I'm going to attempt to do, is I'm going to start right about here, and I'm going to go up. I know it's not perfect. I don't know why. It's just, I'm trying to get that nice, even line. And I'm doing it the same way I do the concealer. Someone suggested this, and I kind of like it. It's just all a matter of me just getting the hang of making a thin line and not having it so wonky. So I haven't used this brush yet, so I gotta make sure that I get it thinned out. But I'm gonna fix it with concealer too. Then I'm gonna go right over here on my lid. And this is not something I can rush. I'm thinking I could use setting spray. And then I'm going to just work it into that line. And it's not going to be, like, perfect, but I've never done it this way. I think it's a great idea. That way I can do a winged liner, and it's almost like a little different shape. I got to get that part right here. See, it almost looks like a little triangle. And then I'm just gonna, now this is taking me a little extra time until I really get the hang of it. And I'm gonna go right across my upper lid there. I don't think it looks bad. At least the wing's going up. And then what I'm gonna do, I'll have to do both eyes this way. I'm gonna go in with some concealer. And I think it went a little bit. I get very frustrated when I can't do something that I want to do, especially with makeup. So I'm just gonna, I think it went up a little too much. And I'm just trying to make that a little thinner line so it's not so thick. Nothing wrong with making it thick, but I just want it to be even. And so it looks like a nice even line. I don't think it looks too bad. I just gotta get the hang of it. All right, now I'm gonna do the other side. And the whole issue with this is that it's just my eyelids. I'm at that age, and it's just trying to do an even line is a little tricky. Trying to get it straight. So I think I'm gonna start using some tape, and the tape will give me a guideline. Because what I do, it's almost like I gotta make a little triangle to connect it, if that makes sense. Yeah, I should. Yes, that stupid sensor keeps going off. And like I said, every time my sensor goes off, my video stops recording. See, it's a little thick, but I want it to... I'm getting a little messy with it, but I just started doing it this way, so hopefully the more I do it, the better I'll get at it. And of course I gotta use concealer because I want it to be like a nice crisp line. I don't want it to be like my crepey eyes and stuff. It's hard trying to get that winged eyeliner. And I did get some over here, so I'm just adding some concealer over here. And sometimes I do use my fingers, so I smudge it a little bit, but I don't think it looks bad. It's not perfect. I just gotta get the hang of doing it, because I don't like it when the line's uneven, if you know what I mean. So I think if I use some tape or something, I'd be able to get it an even straighter line. I know this brush is too big, but it's clean, so I'd rather use a nice, clean, fluffy brush to blend the colors in. Especially the shimmer. You want it to blend all in. I'm just going to use this. Just looks like I blended it out a little too much. Yeah, one side always looks better. Yes, I have this awesome makeup mirror that has 3 different sizes kind of on it, one, you know, to see. And I can't wait till next Saturday when I get my hair done. Okay, it's almost, I'm running late, guys. I gotta do this really quick. I'm talking too much. Because I still have to warm up my car. So this look is not perfect. All right, and I already have my foundation on. I did my eyebrows ahead of time. So I'm gonna go in with my Rare Beauty. This is in the shade Hope. I use this all the time and I'm actually running out of it. I love minis. It takes up less room in your purse. And then I'm just gonna blend that out. It's not really, you know, too fancy for my blush. Yeah, usually I love to contour and stuff, but that's usually if I'm going out or something, you know, like I'm running late. I know this does look a little messy, and I'm not sure even what colors I used previously, but I never thought I'd have so many videos already, so I'm like trying to think of the titles to all my videos. So that's why a lot of times I'll just put "Get ready with me." I lose track because I have quite a few videos. For me, it's a lot. I have like over 100 videos. Okay, so what I'm going to use next is, I can't even read it. It was the Stranger Things gloss. It's a kind of a pinky shade, and it has glitter. I love my Stranger Things collection. It's one of my favorites that I've ever gotten. I think now they have a Twilight collection. You can check it out. I just didn't feel like I needed to get that because I have so much makeup right now. But it looked like an okay collection. But this is the gloss. This is the gloss I'm going to use today. And I actually can't read it because my contacts are... Oh, it says, "Where are you?" I don't know why I know there's not a lot of room on these things, so it's just like you can't even see it. It does have a pink tinge. I don't know. I just have gotten into these lip oils. I'm not a big fan of the applicator. I think the applicator could be a little softer. It's kind of hard. And it's just a hint of color. Sometimes you don't want to wear lipstick, but these lip oils, I really like them. It has a nice, it smells great. Yeah, it's kind of a fruity smell. Only thing with the lip oils, though, you will have to reapply them after you eat or drink anything, but to me, that's not too big of a deal. Sometimes I actually forget when I'm at work. But I love these lip oils, and it has a little shimmer. If you can see the glitter in this, I think it's really, really pretty. And see, it's not too dramatic. It's a little softer than what my eye look is. So I don't think overall it was too bad. I know I could do a little bit better blending, but when I'm in a hurry getting ready for work, sometimes that's how it comes out. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye, guys. Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a little bit since I did a video. I did the most dumbest thing. I had another video. I made two, and I had to edit them. And unfortunately, the second video, I accidentally deleted it. Because once I do my videos and I upload them, I usually delete them off my phone. And that's what I did. So I'm doing this one, and I'm going to edit it. So we're just going to get started. I'm going to use my Novo palette. This thing is gorgeous, if you see the glitter. Only thing is I did drop it on the floor, and this color right here, as you can see, kind of broke a little bit, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going to go in with a shade. I'm trying to think because I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to put the color all over my lid. And I did it the other day with different colors, and I think it looked really, really well. But I'm still going to put something up here, but the whole lid, you'll see. All right, let's see. I want to be able to put something darker on the bottom. So I'm going to just go in with this shade here. No, I'm going to go in with a lighter color. I'm going to go in with that shade Tickle. Because I want a little color up there, but I don't want it too dark. Kind of almost like a transition color. But I'm just going right up in my crease. And I always go above it. And what really helps is if you look right into the mirror. And then you put the color right a little bit above your crease if you have hooded eyes. Of course, if you have an awesome crease, you don't have to do that. You want to put the color in your crease. And I'm just trying to get a little darker. And I want it almost up to my brow, but I leave just a little bit of space. And I actually got to do this quickly. I don't know what it is lately, probably because I don't want to go to work. I'm always running late. I have a cat. and 2 guinea pigs that I feed and make sure they have water in the morning. They're my little buddies. I love my piggies. It looks a little, not too bad. I don't want it too messy, but I'm just going to try to do this. I did it the other day, and it's a pretty quick. It's like 3 shades, and if you want to, you can always highlight the brow if you prefer. All right. Now the next color I'm going to go in, I'm going to use a little bigger brush. This is actually a shader brush, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the color all over my lid, and it's going to probably be a shade similar to this. So I'm going to go in with the color right here. See this color right here? It almost matches. It's called Love Bite. Put some, pack it on. And what I'm going to do is I'm putting it all over my whole lid. But I'm packing it. I don't know if you guys can see this. I got my camera in a different spot today. And I'm putting it all over the lid. Not like a lighter color on the inner part of my eye, which I usually do. I tried this the other day, and see, you can still see a little bit about the color, but I don't want to put a dark color here and then a dark color here, because then you won't see the 2 shades, and you can just see it a little bit. Yeah, there's a lot of fallout on this palette. And I'm using this big brush because it just covers more area. And that's what I want. I want the color all over my lid. I tried this. This was something different, to do it a little quicker in the morning. I'll still do my cut crease, but this is a good way if you're running a little late, that you can do your makeup, but do it really quickly. All right, now let's see, a little bit more. All right, I'm just trying to blend it into that other color. Now, I'm going to actually go back in with that other shade, Tickle, just because I want it to be seen, but I got to blend it into the darker shade. There we go. And sometimes when you put a shade on, if you blend it too much, just kind of blending both of those together. Definitely have to need my coffee. Now what I'm going to do is, I always use my fingers. So what I'm going to do is I want some shimmer. Okay, so they have a couple different shades, like right here, and it's like a chunky. So I'm going to go in with that. It's called Excite. I'm not sure if I showed you this, guys. I just spray it with some setting spray. And if you do too much, just give it a few seconds so it dries, because you don't want it too liquidy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use my finger. And it's light. See, it's kind of chunky. And I'm just going to dab it all over my lid. You guys know how I love my shimmer, anything glittery. And it's a chunky glitter. I don't usually use the chunky glitters, but I find that something like this, it's actually really pretty. They're just little dabs of color. Like, it's not like a solid shimmer, which is fine. And I just go over. I just keep patting it on. I don't know if you guys can see that. I go over the whole lid. See, you can see it, but it's not. I think it looks pretty. I love glitter, and today's Friday, so why not? All right, now what I need to do is I got to go underneath my lash line. And I don't want to use these colors because if I put the reddish or cranberry color under my eyes, it looks pretty. But it makes me look like somebody pointed out, and it kind of does. It makes me look like tired. And I don't want to look tired. even though I feel like tired. All right, so then I'm going to go in my Soft Glam 2. And this is a little fatter brush, but I'm going to go under my lash line like this. I want it kind of smoky, so I'm using a little bigger brush. You can use an eyebrow brush or whatever you know, like a thinner brush you guys have seen me use. I just want it to be a little, like, smoked out. Now, I can't use this brush on my top part of my lid. I'm trying to get better at doing my winged eyeliner, but it's really because of my age. I'm going to go in with this tiny little brush, and I'm going to dip into that black eyeshadow. And it's in the shade Noir. And what I do is, because at my age, it's really hard. So I just kind of, I have to go out kind of sideways. And you can also add like setting spray to that. Just be careful you don't get it in your eye. And I just bring it out. I mean, it's not exactly the winged eyeliner that a lot of people do, but I have very hooded eyes. And I want to get close to the lid as I can get. And I want making it a little thicker. See? And then I bring that color underneath my eye up. And then I will clean that up. Yes, I just go sideways, see? It's not perfect, but I think it doesn't look bad. I'm getting the hang of it better. When I was younger, I used eyeliner all the time. The problem is, at my age, my eyelids aren't lifted anymore, if that makes sense. Like, I could have a perfect wing if I go like this, but it just doesn't, just doesn't work that way, but that's okay. And I actually have a date night tonight, so I think a little shimmer will look nice. Usually by the end of the day, I might have to touch it up when I get home, because it does fade by the end of the day. I definitely have to get some eye primer. All right. I gotta hurry up here. So I'm gonna take my concealer, and I'm just gonna clean up the edges a little bit. And I'm trying to make sure I don't go too, both eyes look the same. I don't know why. I think one eye is different than the other. And I go up when I do the concealer, and very close to the makeup, and this, a little more concealer. I might have ran out of this one. Not bad. I don't know why. I wish I could I need an eye lift. If I had the money, I can see why people get facelifts. I really can, because you get to an age, like, my neck's all crepey and stuff, but. All right. Now I'm going to grab, let's see, my eyelash curler. And I'm trying to find, trying to find my mascara, if I can find the silly thing. Oh, here's one. I'm trying to use up all my samples. I actually have a little bit left in this, believe it or not. And I'm just, all right, I'm doing it ass backwards. Yeah, my Billy There eyelashes. Might have to try to buy a full size of this. Yeah, my Ipsy bag should be coming soon. Let's see. Oh, okay. Now, I'm going to go in with my Viva Las Cheeks. And there's a creamy shade right here. And I actually just use my fingers. And it's kind of like a beigey blush. And I really like it. It's a cream blush. So I put this on first. I know you can barely see it, but it's a nice cream. I think because I don't want my blush too dark. But then I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's called Bright Pop, and this shade here is actually not really a blush. Kinda, I use it for a blush, but it's a nude base. And what I do afterwards, after I put the base on, I dab a little into the powder, Bright Pop, and I just very gently put it over where I just put the cream. And it kind of helps it last a little bit, I think. But I do it very lightly and use my fingers to blend it out. Because this is a really bright shade. I think it might be a little bright on me. So I like using this because it kind of tones it down a little bit. And I use very little because I don't want like a big pop of bright color on my face. And I'm going to blend it. All right. It's a pretty shade of pink. All right. Now I'm trying to think what I want to do with my lips. I'm going to use this LA Girl matte. It's in the shade, what the heck is the shade? I'll have to put a description, which I haven't really been putting the shades I use, but and I probably should have used a lip liner. I did things ass backwards, so I'm going to go in with, I'm trying to find, this is a red shade. The lips is kind of a red shade, but yeah, I do things backwards sometimes. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, when you wear a color like this, it's a really good idea to use a lip liner, and sometimes I forget because at my age, the color will bleed up here on my upper lip. And we're using a lip liner does help the color stay without like going all over your face. And then I'm going to go in with this lip oil. I'll have to leave a description down below if I remember. Lately I've been not doing it, but this is a Lottie Oil Slick lip oil, and I love these lip oils. You can even use them by themselves. And that's what it does. It just kind of, and you wipe it off with a tissue before you put it back in the bottle. And I really like this lip oil. I like the color of the shade. I don't think it's too bad. I think it matches my shirt pretty well. Then I'm going to use my Creations Crescent Mango Setting Spray. Another product sometimes I forget to use, but it kind of helps set your makeup. All right. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.